I've had this phone for 5 months and I've lived in fear every single day. But the reason will surprise you. So today's video, I'm going over 5 things I love about this phone and 5 things that are absolutely treacherous. I want to start with the things that I love about this device. The flip itself makes it super portable. It gives certain apps additional features and it means I'm on my phone a lot less. Because I have to flip it open every single time I need to use it, if I see a notification on the front screen that isn't so urgent, I generally just swipe, put my phone right back down, and get back to being productive. On the older slab phones, I would also check out the notification, but then I'd start browsing through Twitter thoughts and do all kinds of other stuff, wasting tons of time. And over the past 5 months, I've found that time come back, so it really has added up. And of course, there's that wow factor. Every time you flip it open, no joke, I was giving a waiter my order and I was checking it out on my phone and I felt drool on my shoulder. It was the waiter drooling on me for some reason, you know, the flip phone, something like that. Picked up like 25 numbers easy on my phone, fam. That's not even exaggeration. Anywhere I go, people want to know, you know what I'm saying? What can I say? It's really a conversation starter pack. People are gonna ask you about it, doesn't matter. 5 months later, I think even a year later, people are gonna talk about it. I've had this for 5 months and I have to say the build quality on this is top notch. Now I know the screens are cracking and I'll get into that in just a bit. Relax, take it easy. But when it comes to the actual physical build quality of this phone, it is built super solid and really rigid. 5 months in, we're seeing a very tight hinge still. On the Flip 3, the screen is still softer than all other slab devices, but to the touch, it feels like hard glass. So even though it is super thin glass, it doesn't flex anymore. So, you know, using it day to day, I found it to be absolutely perfectly fine. And that takes me to number 3, the display. This display is gorgeous for literally anything. I just got an email. Wow. Of course, outside of just emails and BS, the screen itself, the display, any kind of content, YouTube videos you watch, it's super vibrant and it's just pure fun to look at. I don't know what it is about this device, but I will say it's nicer than the OnePlus 9 5G Pro, whatever, and I like this display better than the S21. This does have 120 Hz refresh rate just like the S21, but there's just something that pops about this screen. Even though there's a crease and all that, I just really love the display on this device. It's awesome. And the next thing to get into is the actual camera on the back. I'm not talking about the front facing camera, but the back camera. I know spec wise it's not the top tier when it comes to $1,000 phones, but having been using it over the past 5 months, I've found that for non-content creator people, this is going to be more than sufficient for your everyday needs, and it still produces really beautiful images for like Instagram. And the last thing on my list of things that I like about this device, and I might have put this a little bit higher, is customizability. There is a lot of things you can customize on this phone and that makes it really refreshing. And that may be the main reason that more Apple users than ever before are converting to Android, specifically to the Z Flip 3, than any other Galaxy device before it. Not that Apple users only care about aesthetics, I'm not saying that, relax fam. Of course, the front cover screen can be customized with any kind of wallpaper, GIF, background, whatever. And with Android 12's release, you can add a lot more like fun widget style appearances, or the aesthetic has really become a lot more fun. It's a lot more pleasing to the eye to look at with Android 12. That's it. That's all there is. That's all that's good about this device. Now let's get started on some of the most terrible things about this device. I'm not even playing. Let's start with number 1. This thing is a dust magnet if I ever saw one. There's this piece of dust right now. It's gonna land in here and it's already caught. There's so much dust on this screen. As we all know, the screen is only 30 microns, so it's like half the grain of salt. So it should never be put face down on any surface because anything can shatter through this glass. That's why Samsung has made a built-in lip all around the device. This lip, although it saves the screen, it also keeps all the dust, all the grime, all the garbage inside this screen. And the hinge, of course, on the sides are no exception. Those are like the toilet drain where all that grime is gonna end up. So on both of these sides. And sometimes when the grime is a little bit higher, I hear noises coming from the hinge whenever I open and close the device, and that's just based on your comments, dust and grime and disgusting stuff that gets stuck inside the hinge. The second worst thing about this device, threats. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being threatened by Samsung. And I don't deserve it. Absolutely no one that pays $1,000 for their device deserves to be threatened. What am I talking about? Go to any forum, any Discord chat, any WeChat, whatever. And every single day, you're gonna find a new article coming out about how the Z Flip 3 screens are cracking and shattering through the center. And that's not the worst part. The worst part is that there are 30 more people in the comment sections saying, oh yeah, the same thing happened to me, it randomly shatters. Go to my own comments. I've made videos about this device. Go to the comment section. People are saying their screens are randomly shattering 2, 3, 4 months into their use. Now, I am suspect because a lot of these comments also go on to say, oh, I should have just stuck with Apple, or I should go back to my iPhone 12X. A lot of these comments have this theme going. So I don't know if we can actually draw a steady conclusion here, but it's still really disheartening even to see it in my own comment section. It kind of scares me. I haven't seen any kind of cracking, any kind of damage on the screen. So this isn't really a bad thing about this device itself, but rather it's about the ownership. If you're an owner of a Z Flip 3, you know, right hand up to you, fam, because we gotta live through these articles, and being a tech guy, I see them pop up on the first thing I see every day on the feed, and I just gotta read it. I just gotta see what's happening, and it's always the same story. I woke up, random shatter, and then the comments are like, same here, same here. So hats off to you. Oh, someone's gonna call me autistic again because I drink the Pepsi. Listen, you don't know real joy until you have some caffeine and aspartame, okay? Actually, that's a bad public message. I apologize. Moving on. Another annoying thing is the flip motion itself. Now, I know before I said that the flip was all this and that, but there is a downside to it. For example, you have one hand and that's doing something. What are you gonna do now? You know, what do you got? You can't literally, unless you got balls of steel and you just flip your device open. I can never do that. You're gonna have to use some sort of organ, and now you know that's just annoying. No one wants to do that. I look really awkward, don't I? Fact is, you don't want to be doing this in public. You don't want to be doing this or this, okay? Relax, relax. So it does come with the territory. Obviously, you're purchasing a flip, expect it. But that's just something that over 5 months you kind of start getting annoyed by, enough that I've made it number 3 on the list. Number 4, the battery. Now, how could I not mention this one? The Flip 3 is thin. It's really thin, okay? I get it. I can daily get 1 day out of the device. I haven't seen any kind of battery drain issues. It's still consistent like day 1, so I'm still getting a day of use. But please, Samsung, if you're watching this video, and please like this video so maybe Samsung can see a good man's plea, please include a bigger battery in this year's version. And maybe just include a fast charger. Having that additional power would just make me so much more comfortable using this device, obviously. And having some sort of quick charge or fast charging method like OnePlus 9 includes their fast charger in the box. Come on, you know what I'm saying? We're paying $1,000. They did it for $500. It's not too much to ask, fam. Please. Arigato. No, they're Korean. And lastly, the last annoying thing about this device, the last thing I hate about this device, is the lack of development that's going on this cover screen. The main reason I did not buy the first flip, and the reason I jumped onto this flip, was because of this whole cover screen. There's actual use here now, but there's not a lot of development after just putting it out with the first few features. What I'm asking for is accessibility apps, to be able to use Google Maps on the cover screen. So when you're driving around and you're a nut job like me who can't get to Walmart without a GPS, I don't need to keep my phone open and drain the battery. I can keep it closed and just use this outside display to navigate. Also being able to answer short messages and text messages with quick responses. Yes, I'll call you later, driving now, would be so nice. Instead of just being able to look at the notification and swipe away, to be able to interact to some degree would be a lot nicer, and no one's gonna complain, I promise. And a few honorable mentions I want to add on this list. There is no S Pen support for this device. Now, it would be nice to see. I definitely saw one situation over the past 5 months where I thought that the S Pen or having an S Pen would be really cool. There's also no telescopic lenses in the camera, and the facial recognition in this device is quite slow. But for the record, using this handprint on the side, fingerprint sensor, the fingerprint sensor on the side, for the record, has been super fast. And I haven't noticed any kind of slowdown over the past 5 months. Please, if you enjoyed today's video, like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Join the crew, join the army. No, I can't say that anymore, can I? Subscribe though, it really helps grow a small channel like mine. I'm trying to get to 100,000. I know I just have 1,000. Relax fam, set the goals high, you know what I'm saying? And if you have any thoughts of your own, or you own the Z Flip 3, comment down below, let me know how it's been and what you think, or if yours has also randomly shattered and you want to go back to your Apple device. I'm not a conspiracy guy, but I have a conspiracy to share. Until next time, take it easy. Peace.